Hello guys, would you blame Clara on accusing Hanksy about the situation which happened? Would you say that Clara was wrong? Just give me your opinion in the comment section, because everyone has his own opinion, and to me, I'm going to give you my own opinion. Another question: do you think that this was the best time for Jonathan to accuse Clara over what has happened, or you think that it had to be to first think about the health of the child than blaming each other? Welcome to my channel. This is African movie reviews, and we do reviews and recaps on African movies. We call it African and Nollywood, and this time around we are at the series called the Most Scary Marriage, called it When Marriage Becomes a Nightmare. If you have not watched this episode, kindly go to Mr ALOY TV and watch this episode. It's episode 22, and kindly you will enjoy this movie, and you will enjoy what it's called being a friend and having a fake friend. In life, we are surrounded with people who have every bit of hunger and hatred over our success, and we have so many people who can go to any lengths to see that they put us down just because we don't have the same thoughts with them, or we don't agree with their decision makings. This is what has happened to Hanksy also, because Hanksy did not have the same thoughts or the same decision thinking like Debbie. That's why they did all this, to put his name down. These are the people we move with. These are the people we call our friends. These are the people we call friends to friends, but rather for them they are enemy. We are friends, but to them we are their enemies. This time around, let's talk about Hanksy and Clara plus Jonathan. When you see this episode, there's a time we see this episode. Hanks, Clara and Jonathan were sent messages about their daughter having a relationship with Hanks in the hotel, and when they came, they found these two, Hanks and Benny, unconscious, without even knowing anything which is going on. Hanks and Benny and John and when Clara came in, he was like, Benny, 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 Benny. Ben was not answering. And when Mr. Jonathan came in, for him, he just went straight to unleash his hunger to Hanks. Like, why did you do this to my daughter? Hitting him up and down. But remember, these two people are unconscious. They don't know what is going on in life. They are just there, just like a dead person, only that they were still having a breathing time, that small thing of breathing. And this is when Jonathan and Clara told Jonathan, stop, don't hit this man, leave the man, and we try and check out if we can help our daughter. And when they finished to help the daughter, they called the police, and the police called Hanks. Just like that, Clara slapped Hanks, asking him, why did you do this? And Hanks is like, I didn't do anything. I did not rape your daughter. I did not defile your daughter. But Clara would not listen. And my question is, would you blame Clara of what she did? As for me, I would say I don't blame Clara at all. Yes, to some extent I blame her, but to the big extent I don't blame Clara. Reason being that Clara is also a victim in this thing. And to every African mother, or every mother around the globe, you will tell me the truth. If you find your daughter in such a situation, and you find a man who happens to be your friend or your uncle or your brother, would you say that my brother can't do that? Obviously, you would first think of how to react negatively on that person. The hunger you will possess at that time will be the same thing you will possess. So I don't blame Clara at all. Every mother would fight for her daughter, and every mother would react this way if she finds her daughter in such a situation. Just know that mothers are always attached in every way. Before they hear the second party, they had already reacted. They react accordingly, as long as it's about their children. So Clara's reaction over Hanks, I cannot blame her. You get to know that this time around you will find that Clara was not in her mind. He was confused. She was asking a lot of questions. She was asking herself a lot of questions. Why Hanks? In her mind, though she did not speak them out. That's why when Hanks got conscious, the hunger which Clara had, she unleashed it to Hanks by slapping her. She could not give she could not give Hanks to speak, because that's all what a mother can do. And besides, you cannot also blame Jonathan to say that you did it, because Jonathan believes that Hanks came into their life because because he wants to take away his wife and maybe his daughter. That's why I say that I cannot blame Hank. I cannot blame Jonathan. Hanks, no, Jonathan. Sorry, I cannot blame Clara, no Jonathan, about what happened. But to a small extent, I can blame Clara. This is the same mistake he did at first when Jonathan came home saying that the Hanks humiliated him in front of the workers in the office. She did not hear the second person. She did not give time to the second party so that the second party can explain also what might have happened. And this is the same thing she did. She did not give a hearing to hear. She did not give Hanks time to explain himself, but rather they just called the police just like that. This is the mistake we do. We react in hunger. We react we make decision at that very spot when we are already having a lot in our heads. At the end of the day, we blame ourselves, asking ourselves what happened after hearing the truth. But as I said, I don't blame Clara. Every parent would do that. By the time you hear the truth or you get the truth, you would have reacted. You would have reacted, trust me or not. And this time around, if you see about what happened, Clara would have thought she is surrounded with so many people who call themselves enemies, friends, but they're enemies. Anyway, I send greetings to you all, guys. Thanks for joining back my channel, and thanks for subscribing. People from Guyana, people from South Africa, people from Bahamas, people from South America, North America, Ghana, Kenya, Nigeria, and all West African countries, as well as Eastern and South Africa, as well as North Africa. I salute you all. I do really appreciate the love you show towards my channel. May God bless you. May God guide you. I don't take it for granted. Guys, if you know you have not just subscribed to this channel, kindly subscribe, like, and leave a comment about what do you think. Do you think Clara was right or Clara was wrong on the action she did, or she on the action she did to Hanks? Do you think she would have given Hanks a second thought? Maybe Hanks to explain himself before he bring up to the police? Because this case is a very big case. The defilement and rape, it's a big case in the society, especially to an underage like Benny. It might cause someone for life imprisonment if care not taken. if the investigation is not taken. So after Hanks was taken to the police station, they two, Clara and Mr. Jonathan, rushed to the hospital to take their daughter to medical treatment or medical checkups around 8. And this is the time Mr. Jonathan started pouring blames on his wife Clara, that she was the cause of everything. If she did not bring Hanks into their life, maybe this wouldn't have happened. Maybe their daughter wouldn't have passed through this pain. But I don't think this is the thing which might have caused this. If even your brother or your sister or your uncle or your stepdad can also do such a thing to your children, doesn't mean that because Clara brought her ex in their life, it's what is that is the reason why everything has happened. Jonathan, you can't blame Clara. Just say that for you, you have your anger or your jealousy over Clara's development, and you're jealous over Hank's. Let's believe it or not. This is not the time to pose blames on Clara, because we are all looking for the life of your daughter, not looking for sympathy. Who did this? Who is wrong? Just a prayer can work for your daughter. That's why Clara told her, Jonathan, this is not the time to do this. All we have to think of is how are we going to save our daughter, and pray that our daughter comes back, comes back to life, not posing blames. Yes, this is the truth. In this situation, posing blames cannot change the situation. But what can change the situation is prayers and even investigating, finding out what would be the truth behind the incident. Yeah, but we forget that when we just want to fight and think that fighting can change. And mind you, Jonathan, if things turn out and you know the truth, what would you say after posing all the blames to your wife? Let's not judge before we reach the correct answer. Judging a book by its cover or judging someone over what might have happened is not the best solution we can do. Guys, anyway, then when we go to Mama Hanks is unstable over what happened to her daughter, her son. He said, I want this boy. I want him. I told him to get away from this family. They will ruin him. And now see how they have ruined him. They want to destroy him and his career. Just imagine how people are. Yeah, that's the motive. But as they say that what an elder sees when he's sitting, a child cannot see it even when she is standing or he is standing, which means that Mama Hanks was right to tell Hanks to stay away from this family. First of all, the family is occupied or is surrounded by evil people who don't know how to love, but rather fake love over their friends. Just imagine such friends. God, never locate them to me. Let them go very far. If not possible, they should go to even more deeper, so that they cannot locate me anywhere. And then after the mother of Hanks called someone and asked the person, have you seen the news? Have you seen what has happened? I just want you to help me to bring my son back. And now, as I told you, every mother could react, and as long as it is about her family or her child. People who are mothers, you can understand why Mama Hanks is trying so much to get her child from the prison. And you can understand why Clara slapped Hanks when they met at the first time. Yes, you can understand if you're a mother, but if you're not a mother, you cannot understand. Guys, I love you all. Thanks for joining my family, and thanks for subscribing. God bless you. Bye.